as I make these final two videos, just know that I am numb and empty and have no love left for the starter decks, because just to get this single little battle that I was gonna put in front of the video, I stayed up from like 11:30 to 3:30 in the morning or 4, just playing Magic games, alternating between Morbid and Path of Power and watching true crime in the background. And I thought that was the way I wanted to live. But really, these people who start families and like go into a trade or something, become like a pipe fitter, they might have found the real purpose in life, and I was wrong the entire time. But anyways, I got one single battle that was okay for this rant, but let's just have a moment of silence for the rest of the videos that I was legitimately almost crying over. I don't want to say crying because I don't cry. I mean, I do occasionally. I did watch the How to Train Your Dragon movie recently, and that was a little bit rough. But this almost tipped me over the edge, and let's just take a moment. So all of that pain and heartache finally led me to one victory, and you do not know how happy I genuinely, emphasis on the genuinely, was so happy to be done with that starter battle. And now I realize that I have to do 2 regular battles and just hope that I win them, which is a little bit unlikely, but my theory is that through this, we have kind of gone through, what do you call it, an orientation, or like initiation, or path of rites that they would do with Native Americans. And I think this is my first step to my goals of becoming goated, because even though I have no love left for the starter decks, I feel invigorated. And this one battle that you're watching right now is just the start of something amazing, where I might actually win maybe 1 in 3 battles, which is definitely better than 1 in 13, which is not very fun. I'll just put it at that. I'm also drinking caffeine. Did I already say that? I am genuinely, once again, losing my mind through this. And I love Magic, but that was just a little bit too much. And I want to get to the Kithkin stuff. I want to get to the cool stuff. I want to actually win a single battle in draft, which I think would feel goated. But we'll see. So it's 11:03. I'm living off White Monster, but I think we should be on a good track. And that brings me back to my word of the day, which was, what was it? Dispassion, maybe? Because these next 2 videos are just going to be entirely made out of dispassion. But then after that, when I finally find my boys, the Kithkins, the atmosphere here is going to change. You guys, right now, my 0 to 1 viewers, are going to see the most blossoming bloom that you've seen in years. I've been a caterpillar this whole time, but I've been eating the leaves of growth, and I can feel myself cocooning legitimately right now. And the cocoon is going to blossom only after I do these last 5 starter decks. So I'll stop rambling and save you guys some time and just get right into it. We're going to start with Morbid Machinations. What do we have going on here? Pretty much just like a graveyard deck where everything benefits off of stuff going to your graveyard with Morbid. Mainly stuff like Wardens of the Cycle and Needletooth Pack, along with Tragic Banshee, Cackling Prowler, and Quilled Great Worm is really cool. And, sorry, I also forgot about Spinner of the Souls, which actually was goated in that last game that you guys watched. And you pretty much just want to start making an engine. You're praying the whole entire game that you're going to draw Reassembling Skeleton, because there's not a whole lot of ways that you can actually make a sort of engine to bring cards to your graveyard and then bring them back and make it sustainable. Vampiric Rites is okay. I don't really use it a whole lot because I feel like it's a lot smarter to just use Warden of the Cycle, and you're saving 2 mana and you're getting a net loss of 2 life, which is something. But would you rather have mana or life is the real question. For regular creatures, you just got the usual. There's nothing going on. Wary Thespian is helpful. Scavenging Ooze is super helpful, especially against the blue-black deck. You just kind of destroy. So what you want to do is wait till you have at least 2 extra mana available to you for to get Scavenging Ooze up to a 4/4 against the blue-black decks, or else they will literally just stab you the first turn you lay it down. And that will happen pretty much every time unless you play wisely. Finally, oh yeah, Midnight Reaper is another card draw, which is okay. And for removal spells, we have Undying Malice, which is also really nice when you don't have any engines going, and Felling Blow, which is ideal too. So we have reset the algorithm, and I actually have a fair amount of confidence this time. You guys should not have seen me last night because that was anything but confidence, if I'm being real with you. We're going against 100 Beep. It's a little bit of an odd name, but it's cool. Alright. Screw it. I think that's probably how I've been losing most of my battles, is just entering and not mulliganing with 1 or 2 lands in my hand. But I think I'm still high off of yesterday's video of just destroying with that landfall deck, while I only had 2 lands for like the first like 4 turns. Oh, that is ideal. Alright, we're actually goated now. He is playing Vampiric Hunger, which should be a lot of fun. So we're going to bring out a Spinner of Souls. Take a quick chug jug. He really thinks he's gonna stack here. You know what? I'll let him get off 1 swing with a Ajani, because I think he knows that I won't sacrifice either of my creatures, and that's just losing probably 5 this turn. Alright, never mind. I actually know who I'm going to sacrifice. Alright. Or, not who I'm going to sacrifice, who I am going to kill on his side of things. Because Ajani's Pride Mate is chump change compared to Twin Blade Paladin. And we got, in my opinion, like the best part of this deck, Reassembling Skeleton. So, We're good to go. Alright. This poor guy does not know what's coming. And I actually feel a little bit bad. That is rough. Because there is actually... Bummer. Well, that is actually kind of funny. I am not gonna lie to you. I mean, I don't know why I would be lying about that. But she is back. And I have a full hand, and he has 4 cards. So, let's see how this goes. And I think I might have actually been right about the turnaround, which is really fun. Ah. Did he forget that I have reach? I guess he does have stab. So... I will just take it. Felling Blow is unfortunate for him. And I think I would rather take out Alonda first. Yeah. Goodbye. And then he can't pull out his little stabby wabby, which is pretty ideal. And I still have mana for Land of War Elves. So, no swings, obviously. And I'm going to draw a card. Back to Dispassion. Something that I've been... Alright, that's a little unfortunate. Of course, that actually sucks. That... Oh, this was such a good game until he pulled that out. Was that stupid? Yeah, that might have actually been stupid. Alright, is there any way that I can sacrifice anything this turn? Not really. Oh man, I have nothing that can actually block. That's so stupid. I was on such a good track, and I'm actually a little bit frustrated now. Vampiric Rites. I'm definitely gonna trash that. Sorry, I got distracted because I'm actually kind of annoyed now. Dang, if I had one more life, I could actually make this work. Alright, I will happily sacrifice Wary Thespian. Goodbye. Alright. Cool. Okay, I genuinely have nothing I can do. Is there any way that I could draw a card? Actually, I would survive for one other turn. And I'm going to sacrifice Reassembling Skeleton. Bummer. Tragic Banshee. Wait. Am I stupid? Oh, I am, actually. And that was not very smart. Oh, is he gonna opt to go turn? Oh, alright. Of course I draw yet another land. So, for whatever reason, he's not putting Angelic Destiny on his Hawk, which would have been really smart in my opinion. And I can just keep blocking his stuff on the ground. There's actually nothing I can do. Man, I may have actually panicked a little bit. I don't even know what I'm reaching for, but it definitely was not a land. Oh. He gets flying. The algorithm has not been broken. What did I do wrong? Alright, that's good, Kush. We're back in action. All I needed was a little bit of that good white stuff.
Huh?
And, you know, loss happens. And even though I might be acting like a little baby right now, the win will just feel that much better. And in Meet the Robinsons, they say nobody learns anything from victory. You only learn from failing. And that's always stuck with me a little bit. Alright, this is pretty ideal, if I'm being real with you. Screw that. I'm a little bit tired of only drawing lands. Okay. Well, that's classic. You know, I listened to MTG Goldfish today, and I don't really care about that card. I listened to MTG Goldfish today, and I was actually going to talk a little bit of smack, because this goes back to our word of the day, dispassion. Oh hey, it's a brother. And it's another brother. How did I draw? What Are you guys seeing this? I'm a little bit frustrated. Alrighty. I'm not going to attack. He was about to assassinate my Spinner of Souls. I don't even know why I did that. Because I should have realized. Yeah. That was stupid. Empiric rights are eaten alive. Helpful Hunter, classic. Alright, that is probably what I should be taking out. What is he? He is literally out of land. Alright, I could actually use some card cycle. So, I'm okay with that. Stop giving me lands. I'm gonna get another Golgari Guildgate though, probably. Or another land. Anyways, I was listening to... Wow, I cannot even focus. I am so tilted already. Genuinely. 1 mana. Oh, I need one more turn. Alright. Alright, sorry. I am so triggered. I was listening... No, that's actually gonna take... bruh. I was listening to MTG Goldfish today, and something that I've realized about pretty much everyone... 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, why am I tripping? Sacrifice a creature... Goodbye. Autopay. And if you guys regularly listen to MTG Goldfish, which by the way is like one of the biggest, one of the genuinely biggest MTG like platforms out there, whether it's on YouTube or Spotify, these last 2 podcasts have kind of been missing it. And it makes me wonder if they've just played so much Magic that they don't even... Alright, sure. He's about to use something that will boost it. Ah, this is so stupid. Why am I even doing this? Classic. Oh, well. What can you do? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's actually cool. Sure. Alright, we're back in action, unless he Angelic Destinies. Then that would honestly just be kind of funny, and I would genuinely laugh. Genuinely. Anyways, I've been wondering if MTG Goldfish has played a little bit too much. What could he possibly have? Because they have just been lacking, like, severely lately. And... Alright, sure. That's random. I'll take it. like this last podcast that they did, it was right when Lorwyn Eclipse Talk came out. Like the split second that Lorwyn Eclipse came out, it was like the weekend of the pre-release, and pretty much all they did was talk about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set, because of course some of it got leaked during the pre-release and the pre-release boxes, so they just decided to release all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards. So we got an actual set. Oh, I don't know why I didn't just Vampiric Rice that. Alright, that was stupid. Okay. This might be our way. I'm gonna hurry and do this as fast as possible. I think it needs to get to a 7/7, which I guess isn't even possible. And of course he has Banishing Light. Anyways, they spent the entire podcast talking about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set, and it wasn't very enjoyable, if I'm being real. And you could see it in the comments, like these comments right here. That was the entire top of the Spotify. And it's like they don't even read their comments, because pretty much everyone was asking them to just talk about more Lorwyn more Lorwyn stuff, because Lorwyn is actually a cool set. I genuinely think it's cool. I mean, I meme a lot about the Kithkin, but there's a lot more to it than just Kithkin, you know? I think I'm not gonna... Oh, that's only on my turn? That's a bummer. That's actually a genuine bummer. I'm just gonna wait. Anyways, so some of us, or at least me, I was kind of expecting... Bruh. Screw it. We don't need all these fellas. Let's go to my graveyard, because literally nothing, there's nothing to pull them out. But instead this week, all they talked about was this Hasbro lawsuit, which they literally didn't even know anything about. And you could say I'm exaggerating, but they said the entire time that they had no clue what the lawsuit was about. And then after that, after they talked about the lawsuit for a brief second, alright, I will draw a card and lose one. After they talked about that, I don't even know how it got started, but... Oh, that would have been cool. Richard, who always seems to have a bit of a nihilistic view. Alright. Oh, I don't even know what I was thinking. That was not very smart of me. Look. Moo. 1, 2, 4, 5, 5, 9. Oh, this is so stupid. Is it because I'm not focusing? So Richard, who always has a bit of a cynical view in my opinion, and by the way, I'm not talking trash. Well, I am talking trash on MTG Goldfish. but I still think they're goated. But Richard went on this rant for, it felt like more than half of the podcast, just about how MTG is not it. And I don't really know what he was thinking. I think he just really got into a rant, and it was like all of his pent-up rage over everything that has gone wrong with Magic the Gathering just came out during this small rant. And everyone else was like kind of agreeing, but at the same time sort of defending Magic. Like, of course, he hopped on the bandwagon of the bad mana system, which is understandable to a certain extent, even though, like I just barely said, I truly feel like it is just a bandwagon at this point. And oh, why did I just do that? That was so stupid. This is gonna be stupid too. This isn't that stupid actually. Never mind. Whatever. I used a card. Doesn't matter. But that was like pretty much the rest of the podcast. It was pretty much like, would Magic survive today if it just came into existence, like, just barely and didn't have history behind it? And they said something which I thought was a little bit dorky, which was they had it with the pretext that they said it was at the same prices. So imagine if Magic never existed and it came out today at the very exact same prices. That's a bit of a bummer. Whatever. And I thought that was the first pretty bad, like, flaw in their logic. I am gonna sacrifice you, buddy. I'm sorry about that. But it's gonna be better for all of us. And anyways, I mean, you can call Wizard of the Coast or Hasbro greedy, but there's definitely a certain aspect to it where the only reason that, I mean, yes, cards are overpriced, but they're only overpriced because they know that people pay for them because they've developed such a reputation. Like, a genuinely huge reputation. That's rough. He's kind of resetting his battlefield. Does he have something to use? Oh, that was so stupid of me. Four, two. Oh, that's funny. I can kind of do the exact same thing to him. And turn. So, realistically, Magic wouldn't be close to the prices that it's at now. And what does he have in his hand now? And I don't know, honestly, that whole entire podcast was kind of bad juju, and in my opinion wasn't very good listening. And it seems like pretty much everyone is just 4 or 5. Alright, that's cool. 2 4 5s. Boom. Do I only have... Oh, whoops. That was an accident, but it's fine. Boom. And boom. No attacks. It seems like I've gone through the years watching people go into these things like MTG Goldfish or like Vanoss. Who out here was part of the goated Vanoss crew? Because I know I definitely was. And I was in just the hottest spot in the era. Screw it. Alright, that's fine with me. Gain 2 life and then draw a card. Doesn't help a whole lot, but it's good enough. Vanoss crew, I was watching when they were releasing like the most optimal, you know, like their GTA videos and their Gmod videos that have up to like 40 million views. And that, I think, in my opinion, that was peak YouTube. I mean, I think everyone would say that their time of peak YouTube was when they watched it when they were like, that's annoying. Was when they watched it when they were like, oh, never mind, this is ideal. When they were like 13 to 16, before, I don't know, your filters grew too much and you realized you just didn't like anything anymore. Calculated. And I'm trying to think of anyone else. Pretty much every YouTuber, which probably isn't a good thing for me right now. Considering I really appreciate Magic so much, and that's why I'm playing it a lot. But I was in this cooking class, and the cooking teacher talked about how she had this brother-in-law who was legitimately the most passionate chef that she had met in her life. So I think it was the brother-in-law's wife, so her sister, encouraged this guy to go to culinary school. Man, I should probably start swinging. Sure. Yeah, let's go with that. Oh, I forgot I had a 4/5. And anyways, so this guy's wife encourages him to go to culinary school, and she's telling us this story in 8th grade, mind you. And she talked about how the moment that he graduated and actually became a real chef at a restaurant, he never made anything at home again. And sometimes I think it was a little weird that she was telling this story to like 14-year-olds, but I also realize, and I'm so grateful now to think about the fact that she was just letting us know that that is a fact of life so early, because I think probably, that's weird, I wonder what card he has. Okay. Oh man, that's a bummer. Definitely has that one that will make me lose 3 life, probably. Oh, never mind. I was tripping, actually. Man, I have everything going on in this deck except for an actual engine or a reanimated or a vampire, which is funny because I guess I haven't gone through a whole lot of my deck, but I've sure gone through enough. Man, is he just gonna take the damage? Sorry, I keep losing my train of thought because I guess I get too hyper-focused in things. And then I hyper-focus on these real-life details, and I sort of wonder how people can do it so well. Like, I think genuinely pretty much... Ah, that's a bummer. Pretty much every job that you will ever have, and I've worked in a couple factories and a couple restaurants, and it's the same story. Oh, okay. And of course I draw mana. Just thinking. 4-5, 3-4, 4-3, 4-5, 1-1. Screw it. He can block all of it and pretty much reset his battlefield. Man, I did not really think deep into this one. This might have been a flop. He can definitely just assassinate my Wardens of Cycle. Yeah. Sort of what I was expecting. But he's gonna have to block. Oh, he's just gonna save his homie, Alicia. That's probably it. And the next turn he will have... What? Oh, I'm confused. Oh, okay. Wild. He cannot figure this out. It's kind of funny. Alright, I am once again distracted by what is going on here. But I'm sure every single person listening to this can relate to every single job stating, oh, as first strike, okay. Okay. I'm gonna draw a card. And then give myself a 3/3. Can I finally hit him with That's Rough, Buddy? But they've done a million studies, and one in particular that I saw was this guy who claimed he was like the... Oh, wow, we actually won. Oh, that is so lit. But this guy claiming he was the best multitasker, and then all they had him do was like drive through cones in a car and then answer multiple choice questions at the same time. And he sucked. And I think there's some people that are better at pretending that they are good at multitasking, you know, like faking multitasking. But at least from everything I've seen, multitasking isn't an actual reality. Alright, Path of Power. I am hoping we can just get this dub as fast as possible. Because, once again, the dispassion here is just almost a little bit too much. What do we have going on in this deck? I don't even think I think there's just some cards that kind of synergize well together. Oh, right. They have like a mini mechanic of, what is it called? Threshold? No, I think I'm tripping. I think there's more than this Horn Beetle, but it basically just goes around if you have a creature whose power is 4 or greater. And some goated cards are Halana and Alina. Beginning of combat on your turn, put X+1/+1 creatures on another target creature you control. And I kept thinking that this was the card that I was going against the last game that kept pulling cards from his graveyard. But I was just tripping, and I've been playing too much of these starter decks apparently. Asher Animist is also goated. And this is the face of the deck, which is pretty cool. It's 1 mythic in the deck. You pretty much just get an extra, you can cast creature spells from your library, which is pretty cool. Skyraker Giant is classic. For removal spells or just like instant stuff in general, you have Feeling Blow and Scorching Dragonfire. And you have a couple goblins. Honestly, everything else in this deck feels pretty like not needing explained. Ruby, Daring Tracker, I don't know why, but she just seems so goated. She has so much going on. 2 mana for haste. Whenever she attacks with power 4 or greater, gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Tap to add fire or forest. Alright. Let's just get right into it. I'm a little bit chilly. I turn on a little heat. I'm really hoping that that is not too much for the camera to catch. Alright, we start with the card in our hand. Sure, this looks good enough for me. Giant Cindermaw is also really cool for a lot of these starter decks because maybe it is just Vampiric Hunger, but a lot of them feel like they revolve around alright, we're going against Vampiric Hunger, which is actually pretty funny. Felling Blow is going to be ideal. 2 Felling Blows in my hand, which would be cool. So, if we can just hurry and grind out Giant Cindermaw, then we should be good. He has Stab, which is not enough, and Mortify, which I think there's only one of in the deck. Uno and Doso. Alright, cool. I really want him to just, like, drain his hand. That would be ideal. I think this Giant Cindermaw is just so valuable to this deck that I'm gonna try and wait a couple turns to pull him out. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna play Vizier of Menagerie because, in my opinion, Cindermaw is more goated in this game. It's just very, like, extreme circumstances, I guess. That would actually be really fun. Dang, bummer. 4-3, 3-4. He only has 2 cards left in his hand. I am gonna take the YOLO moment and actually just pray. And then I'm gonna swing for 5. Because I don't know if he really wants to sacrifice anything. Is this his panic moment? I think it just might be. I really don't care about X-Guard Cavalry right now. Of course he has Mortify. That was actually pretty stupid of me. That's... that sucks. Dang. And homie only has 1. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh. Sure. No attacks. Dang. I think I have maybe 1 more Giant Cinder Maw in my deck, which would be really cool. I don't have high hopes, because I think the game is working against me, but maybe I'm just theorizing, or I'm just salty and not very good at the game. Okay. I hope you guys can hear my crunching. Man, if I got 1 more mana next turn, that would be kind of funny. And he's not swinging at all. Dang. I would rather Fiendish Panda not build up or be able to bring anything back. And I'm not gonna swing. Classic. Alright, so we're kind of in an actual standstill. I do have many cards. Alright, now we're back in business. Do you have something? Oh. Alright, screw it. You going down, bro? Hit him with it. That's rough, buddy. Finally.
That's rough, buddy.
And... Whoa, what? I did not realize that he was over 30. My cabbages! I've gotta go to the bathroom. Nature calls. So let's just pretend like that never happened. No, so stupid. When nature calls, nature calls. I had a fairly large amount of actual hope in that game. That was just so stupid. I think I was feeling a little bit stubborn since he denied me destroying his Yolanda. And so I was just a little bit sassy about it. This is almost curve worthy. Well, not really.
I just need a forest. A forest is all I need.
I really hope that you guys can't hear that. Genuinely. This guy is taking his sweet time. Alright, if he loses this, I think I'm actually just gonna call it a video. Because I've played so much Path of Power lately that it feels like the path of hopelessness. Oh. Alright. He's in. We're gonna mulligan. Sure. Looks good to me. Eagle truffle snout would be cool. Now get this mild-mannered librarian out of here. Whoa, it's legitimately... okay, that's kind of funny. Goodbye. Oh, but I could fully curve, is the problem. Who cares about bulk up? Well, I guess my curve's going to be a little bit messy. Also, I think I've been using the word curve wrong this whole entire time. Even though I do listen to a fair bit of Magic stuff, I apparently don't listen to enough, and that seems like a pretty basic term. So, to everyone who is listening to me butcher terms the past like 3 days, I sincerely, genuinely apologize. But I think you still probably caught my drift. Alright, we're going against Vampiric Hunger again. Which should be kind of funny. If I can just get my Horn Beetles out for literally like... for literally like... a couple turns, a couple turns, and I should be good. Was that stupid? Should I have played my other thing first? He's gonna stab it. I just know this guy is gonna stab it. I don't care about the librarian. I'm sorry, but I just don't. That's unfortunate. Welp. I'm almost out of ice, guys. Don't sweat it. That's a little bit rough. This might actually be the quickest sweep that you guys have seen in this entire series. Whoa, Scry 1. It's gonna be a normal land that would have been so helpful like 4 turns ago. Does this fella have a problem with me scrying? Sure. Seems good enough. No, I don't even have time to build up. I'm getting... bruh. Stab. What else is a man to do? Screw you.
My cabbages!
This game is garbage. Maybe MTG Goldfish is right about this game being straight dookie. Definitely not a skill issue. I've been playing informally with house rules for like a decade, so I think it'd be kind of funny to say that I have a skill issue. Have I done any research? Not really. I started Tolarian Tutor, God bless Tolarian Tutor, and the professor, and I actually pray to him every other morning. Maybe that would help. I could pray more. Pardon me. Alright, this seems more like the sort of curve deal that we were talking about. And did I only just find out how instance... Am I going against Vampiric Hunger again? That would be so stupid. Man, that just messed up my entire cycle, bro. That's so stupid. He only has swamps though, which is kind of funny. And Abyssal Harvester that early is pretty goofy, because I'm definitely just gonna take this fella out next turn. Alright, so we're going against blue-black, which I think I would prefer to Vampiric Hunger. It seems a little bit more easy to manage. Granted, he did get Abyssal Harvester first turn. Alright. I cannot let this guy in good conscience continue his nonsense. So I'm gonna knock that fella out. Man, even though he could literally just zombify next turn, which would stink. And I forgot that I guess I have a couple reach creatures. But not a whole lot. Not like an impressive amount. And if this game is anything like last game, we're gonna get that single felling blow was our only removal spell. And he can cast Key the Scion next turn, which should be fun. But wait, what? Oh, next to combat. Ten damage. Dang, he'd be at 6. He would have to start blocking with stuff. Screw it. Let's do it. Screw it. Screw it. Let's do it. This is so close to being relatively goated. Oh. Okay. Wait. So do I win this game unless he plays something else? No thanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Please give me a land. Dang. That's tough nuts. If I got a single land, that would have literally ended this turn. Alright, I only need 4 more turns, or 5 more turns, and then my beetle will be on the same level as this guy's Scion of the Deep. He has 3 cards. They are probably all cards that are up to no good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, why did he... Oh, because he can just make another Scion. Go to blockers. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8! Oh. Wait, never mind. Okay. I don't really know what I was thinking. No, I would rather save this for me. Ah, of course. No, I just needed a single land. Do you not understand how simple this win would have been with literally just a single more? That's so stupid.
That's rough, buddy.
My
cabbages! My cabbages!
Welp. The game is gone. Adios. This video is already an hour long. Is it even worth it? Question is, do getting dubs even matter? Like a whole lot? Like, you guys saw a great majority of these decks, and I think they're okay. And I think the real option here is... Bye!